Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, this next topic, it says, are men the reason why relationships are unsuccessful? And is the male ego fragile?
Mhm.
What's your thoughts on that?
I would say no. Men are not the reason that relationships are unsuccessful because I feel like women play a huge part in it too. Um,
Okay.
but I do believe that the male ego, what was it?
It's
It's
fragile.
It's
fragile.
fragile,
It's
yeah.
fragile. Yeah.
Why you think that?
It's just like, why do you have to use it all the time? Like, why does your ego get in the way
Why you
of
gotta
so
use it all the
many
time?
things? Like, it's like if you just take your ego away for a second and replace that with empathy or understanding, or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we would probably have better conversations with men. But I feel like men make, and this is me speaking from experience, men have made me feel like I had to put on this like masculine front
Mm-hmm.
because your ego is making me feel unsafe right now. So now I have to like be like relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now here
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
You
am.
very
gotta buck up.
masculine.
And it's like if your ego wasn't there, and maybe if the conversation from your end had some empathy and understanding, I wouldn't be so like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Could have been in your soft
Those
girl
be the guys
era.
that think they prettier than women.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
think most of the time it's just like that ego doesn't allow men to take accountability. It doesn't, like, they're never wrong. Like, it's just like at what point do you release that in order for
Hmm.
you to like grow?
You said a key word in there, never wrong. And
I think it's about accountability, man.
the accountability part too, but the never wrong part.
Yeah.
I'm be honest with you.
Mhm.
I'm 33 years old.
Mhm.
I've never met a woman who thought she was wrong in anything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
that's terrible.
I don't even know women think they're ever wrong.
Why you not shaking your head at that way?
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Right.
I ain't never met a woman that said she was wrong. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So you admit when you wrong? Okay. She said she don't admit when she wrong, guys. Y'all admit when y'all wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, y'all gonna say yes.
They gonna-
to
of
that.
course
But I
gonna
mean,
say
it.
my
I
thing
agree
is,
with
I've had to grow to that point though.
Okay, there
You
we
know
go.
what
All
I'm saying?
right, I
I'm
like
not
that
gonna
honesty.
just be sitting here acting like I'm this big age and I'm like, oh no, I've always taken accountability. I've always said I was wrong. Like, no, I've grown to that point.
Excuse me.
So
You
you
sure
need to take
you
that?
don't need to take that?
You need to take that?
I don't
real
want to
quick?
get nobody caught up in nothing like that. That's what
It's
I'm
my
saying.
best friend.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nah,
the
nah,
answer?
nah.
Nah.
Matter of fact, yeah. Ask him if he.
All right, you got to hang up though.
So what's your thoughts, since you know what I mean? I know you had notes on this, so you know what I mean. Do you think men are the reason
You had
why?
notes?
She came prepared. She said, like,
Okay.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I feel like men. Wait, what was the question?
Are men the reason why most relationships are unsuccessful?
Yes, like the sassy ones, because like you can't even tell like a man that he don't even know how to dress without them feeling some type of way. Like,
How you supposed to take that though? Like,
wear something else.
How are you saying this?
so because you say you don't know how to dress, I just was like, all right, I'm gonna go wear something else.
Yes.
Okay.
That sound like you dating a female.
Okay.
She like, you bum ass nigga. That's why you don't know how to dress. Like, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah, how do
when
you
he feels
approach
some
that?
type of way,
How do you
he a
approach that
sassy nigga, like-
conversation?
Some men don't know how to dress and like they take that offensive when you say that.
But how do you say it though?
Wear something else.
Wow.
I think in your case, you know, I think just in general, it's about how you say it, because a man can never tell a woman she gained weight. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't never take that.
I wouldn't take that offensively.
But
Because you're
saying-
too
Yeah, me
thick.
neither.
A
wouldn't
Because
say
you're too thick too. Like, yo.
First of all,
Mhm.
you're obese.
Hmm?
That's the problem. Okay? Everyone is obese nowadays, and y'all forgot that this is average weight. Thank you very much.
No, for sure. Shout out
But
to
you-
all the slim women.
but you-
There's no body shaming in here. I appreciate the slim women. Like, you
It
know what I
was
mean?
the average weight. It's not the average weight no more.
Yeah, because everyone is obese.
Why you had to bring them like
Yeah, she had to emphasize that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's the devil in
Yeah,
her.
okay.
I'm just saying.
mm.
If everyone wasn't obese,
Mm-hmm.
everyone would know that this is average weight, and you would know that when you go to the doctor
would you
that you were obese.
Okay.
I don't agree with that though, because there's so many families that's like just thick. Like,
That's an excuse though.
Obese.
Nah, like not obese, like meaning like even if they go work out or anything, they're just full-figured women.
That could go to the
Obese.
gym, watch what they eat.
No, even if they do that, like I'm telling you, it's women that go to the gym, watch what they eat. I don't think they're
And
ever gonna
still,
get
yeah.
to that size. It's just
that,
it's
But
just
they were
that's
at some
their-
point.
you said what?
They were at some point.
like as a kid.
No.
Nah, cause
At any
Yeah.
point, like you have to come from something. Everybody isn't just born.
Nah, some people
It
is
be-
born
it
like
be-
that,
some
Some
too.
people are born big, but most of the people that's born big, they end up growing out of that.
No, they do. But what I'm saying is, for women that's like Southern and have like
That's just how they built.
big thighs and
Yeah, but that's a product of what they eating, like, you know what I mean?
not exactly. Some women have that body type, like naturally. They could stop eating all types of stuff. They could stop eating.
Generations after generations. It's just
It's
how it
just
is.
that they
I think once you get to a certain point, you're gonna have to do more than just diet. You're gonna have to exercise and
Yeah, your metabolism starts slowing
yeah.
down. And we always say
But-
about Southern women is like they
But
that corn, they eating that cornbread. Like
Right.
it's the product of the foods that they are.
I was about to say I
consuming as
never
well,
seen
too.
I never seen a fat vegan. Like, you know what I mean?
No.
I've
Well, I
seen
mean,
fat vegans.
I don't see many. I don't see
I've
many
seen
fat
plenty
vegans.
fat vegans. 'Cause
Plenty?
that's- Yes, plenty fat vegans. Because I have a lot of
Maybe
vegan friends.
pescatarians. I've seen a couple big pescatarians.
And it was always pescatarian.
Like,
Like
you gotta look at
like
people
my-
that's outside of America.
Like my little cousins, they've been vegetarian since they was young, right? And they like toothpicks. As soon as they started eating meat, that's when they started gaining weight. So I mean, I don't see me personally. I don't see a lot of people that are vegan that are bigger. You know what I mean? So diet does play a part, but then it's metabolism. It does have something to do with genetics, though. Because I do see people that be trying and it don't be going
It's just
nowhere.
don't be going nowhere. And that's what I'm saying. Like I agree that that's possibly like
But
the average weight.
But what is we talking about though?
Yeah, we don't got all the way off
We done
topic.
went over it. Okay.
Yeah.
go ahead.
Let me go to Freddie over here.
That's not the question.
I don't know how we got there.
Because I don't know why y'all got her started.
Are
I
men
didn't-
responsible for most of the failed
That's the question.
unsuccessful relationships? So.
Nah, absolutely not. I think that people enter relationships without really knowing the person that they're entering the relationships with. And that's important to know who you're getting in a relationship with. Because now what happens is that y'all mentality is not leveled. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're growing at a certain pace, and this person is stuck and don't know how to move forward. You know what I'm saying? And it gets hard when it's like that because they're stuck. The people that's around them, you can't tell them who to hang out with. You know what I'm saying? They can't tell you who to hang out with. They don't want to grow, and then y'all still want to be in a relationship. It's just gonna get worse and worse.
Drew, what's your thoughts on this?
I do think the male ego is fragile. I would say that. I wouldn't hold all men responsible for the rate of how relationships are working now. But with a fragile ego, I could see why women are having issues with men as far as like committing to a man or trying to like communicate to him because he's always on the defensive. And I've witnessed, some dudes feeling like a woman shouldn't be doing this or a woman shouldn't be doing that or a woman, and they have this demeanor that they heard from maybe their grandfather or maybe another man. Maybe they heard it on a podcast, but not every man should, I don't know how to say it. Like they shouldn't copy what they see or, articulate themselves in the same way of being angry all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it could be both ways, man.
Yeah, it's hard to just blame one party in a relationship because for every reaction there's action that causes that. You know what I'm saying?
Reaction, like
yeah, I butchered it, but it still makes sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it comes from both ends.
Right.
Obviously, there is some relationships that men do ruin. Like you do have a good girl at home and you outside cheating or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So that would be an example of that. But the male ego is a fragile one. I would do agree with that. Like, and that's across the board. Like, I say this all the time. Like, men can't take the hurt that they put women through for sure.
For sure.
Like, because you know how we say that if a woman cheat, we going. You know what I mean?
Yes,
A woman
upset crashing out.
A woman to take a man back and regain that trust, that's strength, man. Like I do believe women are stronger than men in that sense. And we see it all the time what the male ego leads to. Like just because somebody looking at you on the street, you want to fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want to pull a gun out because you feel embarrassed or something. So like I do believe it's fragile for.
To my bitch.
Yeah, I think the male ego is fragile, but I think everybody's ego is fragile. Like, you know, I watch there's a show I seen a couple of clips to Pop the Balloon, and you know how they always say, and it's a perfect example because they always say men can't handle rejection. But when you watch these Pop the Balloon shows, you see the women getting rejected, and they also can't handle it. So I think there's a narrative that are pushed out like, oh, men, the ego is fragile or they can't handle rejection. But you know, women are the same way. I do agree that, you know, men's ego will lead to more destructive nature.
Yeah.
You know, women's ego it'll lead to some destructive nature, but I've never seen them. Nah, I haven't seen them kill it. Yeah. But now in the rate that men do, obviously, like, you know what I mean? So, and I think the relationship aspect, you know, it's easier to just blame men for or failed relationships because, you know, a lot of times when you ask a woman, you know, what happened in your relationship, the default answer is he cheated, he was a narcissist. Right. You know, they will never ever tell you what they did to contribute to that relationship because they would rather put all the blame on the man to make it seem like they were perfect and they did nothing wrong. And even a lot of times we hear this narrative that if a woman is not happy, it's because of the man. But when the man is not happy, we just gotta suck it up. We just gotta be miserable. Like, you know what I mean? So I think both parties contribute to the failed relationships.
True.
Yeah. I think it's all about your experience, though.
That's very true.
What's not true? What part?
Not true.
The whole
like
thing you just said?
Part of it is true. Part of it is true. But I feel like their egos is based on their insecurities. Like
women got insecurities too.
No, absolutely. But secure men, I feel like they could hold more things down than the insecure men.
The problem with women using the insecurity thing, and I'm not saying that some men aren't insecure, right? But it seems like everything that we don't agree with you with now becomes our insecurity. So men like, do the same thing listen, all the time. So if you guys are wearing something that we don't find appropriate, we are insecure because we can't handle it. When we
let us go outside with some gray sweatpants, I'm like, oh nah, why you wearing the gray sweatpants? Like, but we won't look at it as that's an insecurity. We just be like, oh wow, damn, she just don't want me to wear gray sweatpants. Like, it's the same concept. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I do. You guys don't think that you know, men being more logical, it is a weakness of them from them if they have an issue with ego issues?
Men are more logical.
Yeah, they are.
Really?
Why you sound surprised though? Like,
you don't think so?
I'm not even gonna make this a me and Vashon thing, but I don't think that men think rationally or logical most of the times. A man would get upset just because his girl is making more money than him. How is that?
That part.
First of all, just like the woman would say, I don't know what kind of man you've been talking to. Every time we bring it to the women, I don't know what kind of women you talk. I don't know what kind of man you've been talking to. Like,
he probably in jail,
and that has a lot to do with his ego.
Damn, like there's a lot of jail talk on this motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
I swear I ain't seen nobody talk about no jail stuff on the whole time when I was looking at the content. Like,
it was, you know,
it's
a coincidence.
Is that touching the nerves? You got
a little.
A little bit?
Oh, just a little bit.
You need somebody freed?
Free my boy too is backwards, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but let me get to this.